Hello Twin Flame Tribe, this is Johan Conradi bringing you another video today. Today I'm going to talk about detachment between twin flames. So let's start off by saying that you and your twin flame are one soul incarnated into two bodies. This we all know. This is common knowledge about twin flames. It's two polarities, a positive and negative polarity. It doesn't really matter what you call it. The divine feminine or positive polarity, the divine masculine or negative polarity. These two twins usually manifest different behaviors within the journey. It only really starts becoming relevant where the soul is close to ascension and the twins meet in the 3D plane. Then it becomes quite relevant. The one twin, the divine masculine twin, then usually runs away from the relationship, thus triggering an event called the dark night of the soul in the remaining twin or the divine feminine twin, and this then triggers a ascension within the divine feminine twin. And what this then entails is the dark night of the soul, which is basically dragging up all your past pains, traumas, hurts, you know, anything you haven't faced up until in your life up until that point, with the point of healing all of that, getting it out the way. We're a threefold construct made up of our soul, our body, and our mind. The mind, or the egoic construct, sits in the middle of the body and the soul, and it is meant to be a bridge between the soul and the body or the physical world. And if that mind isn't functioning properly, if it hijacked you like it did in most cases, hijacked humans all across the world, it is then keeping you away from the knowledge that you are indeed your soul and not your mind or ego. And it does this by creating a pain body persona, inner child persona, all sorts of personas that's associated to a timeline of pain and past traumas. And instead of functioning like a bridge between your soul and your physical reality, it hijacks you and imprisons you in the belief that you are indeed your ego. It does this by creating all sorts of wants and needs and desires. It creates anxiety and fear, and it projects possible futures that are worse off or better off than where you are now, to keep you from the now moment, and keeping you from the realization that your soul. And as you know, you and your twin are one soul incarnated into two bodies, two different polarities, polar opposites of one another. So if you want to find your twin flame, you need to find your soul. Your mind is in the way, your ego is in the way. It will force you to focus outward on the other twin. If you're in separation, it will try and focus on union. It will try and force you into coming back together with your twin, and it will thus keep you trapped in that belief that that the outward world is all that matters, that you're not your soul, and by doing that, it is keeping you away from your twin, which is your soul. From the knowing that you're already in union, that you don't need to do anything outwards, you need to do soul stuff or inwards, focus to find your twin and to find peace and joy and harmony. So the only way you can really get over that is detachment. And guys, listen to me carefully. To detach from your twin is to detach from your mind. If you're stuck in separation at the moment and obsessing like crazy, or the obsessing have subsided, but you're still like deeply lost in grief and pain and hope and wishing that you and your twin in 3D can reunite into a stable union, into an actual relationship. I know this is going to trigger the hell out of you, but you have to let go of that belief in totality. The only way you can manifest your twin back into your life, and that shouldn't be the end goal, because otherwise you're just deceiving yourself, is by detaching totally from your twin. That means moving on. It means that, like in a normal relationship where you and your partner break up and they move on to different partners or soul connections or karmic partners, or a single life, or going overseas, or finding a different job far away from you in a different country or town, and you move on with your life without thinking of them, without having them in your life in any way, form, or fashion, without having any expectations around them being in your life, by moving out of this mental state of waiting for them to return. Us, the divine feminine twins that remain after separation are usually in this perpetual wait state where you're waiting for your twin to come back in some form or fashion, where you're trying your utmost best to manifest union with your twin again. Guys, that's not taking your sovereignty back. It's not living from your soul. It's deceiving yourself. It's deceiving yourself into the belief that the outward reality matters, that the only thing that matters is being with your twin in 3D, that the fact that you and your twin are one soul doesn't matter. You don't care about that. You only care about manifesting union with them in the 3D. And those are all things of the mind. Your mind is trapping you. You can never be free if you're stuck in those ruts. So, to manifest your twin back into your life, and this is the paradox of union, you have to realize that you're already in union, you're one soul. You can never be separated. You will always love each other unconditionally because your soul is unconditional love already. Your soul is a divine thought of God, and you and your twin are one soul. You can't be separated. And guys, you know what? That it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter in this equation. You're on a journey towards ascension. Your soul is close to ascension. That is why separation with your twin happened. The triggering that happened between you, the mirroring, all of it. The fact that they ran away without good reason. The fact that there's no closure for you. The fact that you feel maybe abandoned or left behind or hung out to dry. There will be no closure for you. And you need to accept that. You need to accept that the only thing you can do is to let go, like in a normal relationship that breaks up. I know you'll think that I can say this easily. Believe me, I'm not. I'm not saying this easily. Just as difficult for me. I'm a twin in separation. And I realize, that by being stuck in the expectation that your twin is going to come back to you, that it's just a matter of time, all of that is keeping you trapped and imprisoned within your ego. The whole goal of ascension is to escape that prison and move into your soul space, to live in the now moment, not to have expectations around time or trauma or anxiety or wants or needs or desires, to let all of that go. Just align with your soul. And when you align with your soul, you have these moments of what they call Satori, or no mind. Moments where the mind just isn't in the equation anymore. There's just like no expectation, no memories, no hurt, no pain. And that might only be a little second or a 2-second moment. But in that moment, your soul shines through, and then you're free. You're sovereign. You're free from the prison of being trapped in that prison, trapped to your twin flame, trapped to the expectation of being together. Guys, I know of twins that have been stuck in that cycle for years, and it won't happen. Not like that. It won't happen like that. It won't happen. I can tell you that hand on heart. The only way you can manifest your twin back into your life is if you haven't even thought of them for months. If you've totally let go of them. They might be in a different relationship now. That's what they chose, guys. Your twin loves you unconditionally, they do. But remember what they did. They chose to leave the relationship. They chose to move on. They chose to move on with somebody else. They chose to go back to a karmic relationship or a karmic situation. They didn't choose to stay, they chose to go. They did. They might be in the pickle jar just like you are. No twins everywhere are in the pickle jar right now. You're feeling these push-pull forces within you all the time. He's like up and down emotions and going through cycles of deep depression and expectation and that's just all the mind. It's the mind, it's the ego. It's the ego entrapping you in that situation. It's using your twin flame situation, which is actually such a pure and beautiful and amazing construct that's created by God. You and your twin, one soul in two bodies. It's such a beautiful concept, the polarity, the opposites, the dualism of it. The fact that you had this time together maybe. And it's using all of that to entrap you in pain and suffering and day in and day out suffering, where you're waiting and nothing's happening and union isn't manifesting. Guys, that is because you have to let go. You have to surrender. You have to surrender to the knowing that you're not your mind, that your mind has nothing to do with this, that your mind can do nothing to change this situation for you. You need to know that you are your soul and only God can change this situation. You have to do soul stuff. And the soul doesn't care about union in the 3D or desires or wants or love. It just wants to be. It is in fact being. And all it wants is that bridge between you and your soul to function properly. And that is why your mind must become the master, not the master, but the slave in this situation. It must become the servant. And it must function as that bridge between your body and your soul. And nothing more. It mustn't run your life. It mustn't run the show in any way. It mustn't create desires for you. It must just be. You must just be. So today, guys, let today be the day that you take your sovereignty back. Where you say no more. No more twin. No more expectations. I'm letting go of the obsession. I'm letting go of it all. Doesn't matter how much it hurts. Guys, you're already in pain and suffering. If you're there, you're already in pain and suffering. Let it then be for a purpose, and the purpose being to detach from your twin. Let it go. If you catch your mind thinking in that direction, feeling sad, acknowledge it. Surrender to the feeling. But don't use it to create more expectations or to deceive yourself into thinking they're coming back. You must live as if they're not. And that must be okay. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Make that decision for yourself today. Take your sovereignty back. No more twin. No more wants and desires and obsession. Just let it go. You'll be fine. Align with your soul. Your soul is also your twin, remember. So you won't be without them. They're still with you. So let that be my message for you guys today. Detach. Detach means to detach in totality. Look at this as a normal relationship. Yes, I know you know that your twin is the other polarity of your dualistic existence and that you're one soul. But the way that you have to progress your life in the 3D and have the earth experience is to let go of them in totality. That is the only way that they will come back into your life. When you detach from them, when you move on, you will stop pushing onto them. You will stop pushing them away. These are push-pull forces. The harder you push, the harder they pull away, because you're different polarities. The harder you obsess, the harder they pull away. The harder you want them or desire them, want to manifest union with them, the harder they pull away. And they don't know why, but they'll do it. They won't come back through fear or anxiety or the fear of judgment or whatever. But the moment that you let go, the moment that you live your life without them in it, your 3D life I'm talking about, that is when they manifest back into your life. When they pop up in your life again, when they unblock you, when they want to have something to do with you again, where they're chasing you for a while. Guaranteed. My twin flame coach taught me that. That is the way it works. If you push onto them, there's no way. No way they'll come back. Nope. Only way they can and will come back is when you detach. And to detach, it doesn't mean like pretending to detach. It doesn't mean saying to detach. It means to detach and being honest. And that's difficult. It's like moving on from a relationship. Let it go in totality. Guys, go over to the website twinflamessionsa.wordpress.com. There's lots of resources for you guys there. There's a full 143-page self-study course that you can buy. You get a 30-minute consultation with myself, part of the price. There's a book that you can buy on Amazon. That's out on Amazon in hard copy and Kindle format. There's lots more videos on my YouTube channel for you guys. Free coaching. Guys, free coaching. Watch the videos. I implore you, watch the videos. You'll only learn stuff. And don't only watch the tarot readings. I know they're like very entertaining, but listen to the coaching videos. And these consultations you can procure. I can do tarot readings for you. So lots of resources. I'm a lighthouse for you guys, specifically in South Africa. We're quite far, removed from the, let's call it the mainstream of twin flames in the States and Europe and so forth. But twin flames are awakening all over the world, and I have prepared and created this lighthouse specifically for you guys out here in South Africa. So please make use of these resources. There's a free course you can also download on the website. Make use of it. I wish you guys a wonderful day. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you're informed about new videos. I post videos very often, and I wish you guys a wonderful day. Bye.